the you're talking about like the Big Bang, cosmic inflation. I'm trying to figure out what you're asking.
Yeah, so basically the not only do we have expansion and the dark everything beyond society will decrease the lack of energy. But now let's say we may like hit a point where dark energy starts to stop accelerating and then it decelerates. So we basically have another Big Bang.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so you're asking. Yeah, because I'm getting some kind of static too. Okay, so I understand what you're saying, and you're asking what do I think about it?
Yeah, this new telescope. Yeah. I'm hoping that will speed up that research.
Yeah, I think so, because part of it is what this is going to allow us to do is to see, even discover, right? Like parts of the universe that we didn't know exist, which then influences or impacts the universe if they contract and expand. So I think the formula of the Hubble constant will be revised. That's what you're asking, because we will have to include more matter and energy. Because right now it's like 30% dark matter, 65% dark energy, and I think with these discoveries that number is going to increase, so the formula will increase. I don't know if they'll argue I don't know if they'll discover or argue that there was like another Big Bang. I don't know about that part, but I do think it'll change the way we do our calculations around the universe and what we understand about its composition, for sure. Is that what you were asking?
Yeah, not so much saying that instead of the dark energy pushing everything so far apart that it all goes quote unquote cold, it will cause the universe to impact or to come back inside.
Contract. Contract.
Going further away. Remember the guys that won the Nobel Peace Prize is the one that's revising his calculations because he's measuring light differently now. And he's saying it doesn't match up with the model first pose.
The physics prize, you mean? The physics prize? Not the peace prize.
I think he won a Nobel Peace Prize.
No, the Nobel Prize in physics.
No, because I'm gonna look up what you're talking about. That's why I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I was like, wait, he planted some trees in Kenya?
He planted them trees in the universe.
University trees.
Not universal.
That's what.
So he stopped streaming the room, so that's good.
On a channel. No, he didn't.
Oh, I just went and I looked. It's not. I thought it was.
No. It stops and then you refresh and then it kicks people out and it's endless. He won't stop until you shut the room down.
Well, imagine running for Congress and your online digital footprint is hundreds of recorded hours of streaming people on an app no one has heard of talking about galaxies and
electoral votes
and electoral politics. Just imagine that being the thing, and you working out with crop tops on, and weird AI generated photos of Donald Trump with tacos on their head. It is a great record to have in the 16th district of Illinois that I'm sure those people would love to elect you to represent them in Congress. Someone who's spends their waking time with 8 phones streaming randos on apps that don't even have their names. It's wild. But go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing. Never hearing all the things you hear, and never once getting on stage to correct the record. Never on stage to voice what you have to say. Just being weird and creepy. And I'm sure a lot of women will find that a trait that they want to elect in a man to represent them on Capitol Hill. Someone who surveils people. Yeah, no, that's great. I'm sure you're married with kids. Oh wait, I don't think you are. Okay, yeah, great, you got it. Yeah, that's the quality in somebody I want to vote for. Yeah, go ahead, please. Stay not being weird.
So Sarah21GXMN, I don't know how you pronounce that. Your post suggests to me that you have some strong views about Mamdani's mayoral candidacy. Do you want to come up and share? I've invited you to the stage. Julian, you can come up on stage too if you'd like. And we can talk about it. Let's see. Aziz the first, you're also welcome to come on stage to share if you want to. I'll invite you up.
I just came up to ask you a question. I just found out sometime we could have discussed. Thank God God is here.
What's the question?
So yesterday Trump was in Florida. What a disgrace anyway. I'm not complaining about Trump. And they asked him about criminals. He said he's ready to deport American citizens that are bad. Is that possible?
No. He might be referring to his decision to prioritize stripping citizenship from naturalized citizens who've been convicted of.
No, he made that comment.
Crimes.
This one he was referring to criminals, so I think he was referring to Americans who are in prison that have done bad things.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that he's probably referring to his the policy to prioritize stripping citizenship from naturalized citizens who've been convicted of certain crimes. He recently said something about that. I think someone at the DOJ's, who's pretty high up, said that that's what they plan to do. They want to prioritize stripping citizenship from.
Let me read the quote for you. I'll post the link in the chat. They said Trump calls for deporting U.S. citizens. We also have a lot of bad people. I'm going to put it in its own mouth. We also have a lot of bad people here for a long time. Many of them were born in our country. I think we ought to get them out the hell of. Sorry. I think we ought to get them the hell out of here too. If you want to do so, maybe that will be the next job. So I don't like taking them to this Alcatraz or he actually mentioned they were born in America. Included those born in America. Let me post the link so you can.
Okay. Well.
The statement you can hear.
You said you're posting the link or something?
Posted the link in the chat. You can watch a video of him saying that.
Oh, okay. Well, Trump says a lot of silly things. Let me see. Many of them were born in our country. I think we ought to get them the hell out of here too, if you want to know the truth. So maybe that'll be the next job. Well, if he's talking about people with birthright citizenship, I don't know that. I'm trying to think. Does anybody know why America does America exile people? Probably. Does anybody know about that?
America deports people, they don't exile people.
Okay. I didn't know. But
Are you
I don't
kidding?
know I don't know what all the grounds for deportation are.
What's the difference?
I don't know much about that, but if you're an American citizen, you're legally entitled to be in the United States. So,
I think denaturalization is effectively an exile.
I'm sorry, say that again, Emperor?
Denaturalization is effectively an exile in most cases.
Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. But if he's talking about people who were born here, those are not naturalized citizens. Those are natural-born citizens. So, I don't know. I don't know that there's any legal basis for deporting natural-born citizens. But I do know that the DOJ issued a memo on June 11th telling attorneys in the Civil Division to move to strip citizenship from immigrants if they pose a threat to national security or if they gained citizenship through fraud by failing to acknowledge past crimes. But then there are other qualifying crimes too for denaturalization, such as, let me see. Let me pull up the memo so I can post it and y'all can read it. I haven't read it yet. I was just reading a description of it. 1 second. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's see how long it is. Oh, it's 4 pages long. I'm doing something, so I'm not going to read it, y'all. Y'all going to have to read it yourselves. Okay. So, the memo is, where is it? The link to the memo is here. Hold on. Okay. So I just pinned the memo to. It's a 4-page memo. Let's see. Okay. So I'm just going to read from page 4, and you guys can. Okay. The Department of Justice may institute civil proceedings to revoke a person's U.S. citizenship if an individual either illegally procured naturalization or procured naturalization by concealment of a material fact or by willful misrepresentation. The Civil Division shall prioritize and maximally pursue denaturalization proceedings in all cases permitted by law and supported by the evidence. The Civil Division has established the following categories of priorities for denaturalization cases. 1. Cases against individuals who pose a potential danger to national security. 2. Cases against individuals who have engaged in torture, war crimes, or other human rights violations. 3. Cases against individuals who furthered the unlawful enterprise of criminal gangs, transnational criminal organizations, and drug cartels. Cases against individuals who committed human trafficking, sex offenses, or violence crimes. Cases against individuals who engaged in various forms of financial fraud against the U.S., including PPP loan fraud and Medicaid or Medicare fraud. Cases against people who engaged in fraud against private individuals, funds, or corporations. That's a potentially broad category. Cases against individuals who acquired naturalization from government corruption, fraud, or misrepresentations. Cases referred by a U.S. Attorney's Office or in connection with pending criminal charges. If those charges do not fit within one of the other priorities. And finally, any other cases referred to the civil division that the
I
division
get it.
determines to be sufficiently
I get
important
it.
to pursue. That last category is what we like to call
Funny
a
part.
catch-all category, so it allows the civil division to say, guess what? We think this case is sufficiently important to pursue because we think so. So that's it. My guess is that he's referring to that Audi. That's what I thought about when. That's what I thought about when you mentioned what Trump said.
Yeah, I mean, he had made a comment like that sometime when they talked about the criminals in the prisons. He said that he doesn't mind deporting them to El Salvador. I think he made a comment like that. So I think it's for this case, I think it's referring to people that are criminals. So I'm saying that everybody will be affected. Both, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work, whether there'll be a riot or anything. But he had made a comment about that before it was reflected that El Salvador is going to send Americans to El Salvador to serve out their time. So
Reinhardt, so that all despair. A prophet is a fool with his one.
Yeah, but deportation is usually done when the government determines that somebody is not legally entitled to be in the United States. So you can't deport someone with U.S. citizenship because a citizen legally belongs here. Unless there's some other reason. But
what is this link you put?
oh, it's a link to a June 11 memo issued by the DOJ, and it just spells out some policy objectives that the civil division's employees need to focus on. So there are 4 policy objectives, and the 4th one was, 5. Let's see, there are 5 policy objectives, and the last one is prioritizing denaturalization. So that's it. I can't comment on all the stuff in the chat. Y'all can fight, it's fine, but I'm not getting involved. But the memo's a good thing to read. It's